Clapperboard Movie Shorts Hub presents Passengers 2016 Explained Full Movie. Yo, what's up, movie freaks? Welcome back to Movie Shorts Hub, your one-stop ride through the wildest plot lines in cinema, where we don't just tell you what happens, we live it. Today, we're taking a wild, emotional, heart-wrenching trip through the stars with a cosmic, genre blend of sci-fi, romance, drama, and moral dilemmas in the flick Passengers 2016. So fasten those belts, prep your space snacks, and brace yourself for spoilers flying like asteroids in zero-G. All aboard the Avalon. Space cruise turned nightmare scenario. Imagine cruising in style on a luxury starship, the Avalon, a mega space hotel on autopilot, headed for the dream world homestead too. 5,000 passengers and 258 crew deep frozen in hibernation pods for 120 years. Everything smooth sailing until bam, the ship hits an asteroid field. The shields get roasted, auto repairs kick in. But something goes haywire, and boom, one of the hibernation pods malfunctions. That's how we meet Jim Preston, a mechanical engineer who wakes up 90 freaking years too early. Dude's confused. Gets the standard wake-up tour, checks into his room, and thinks he's got 4 months left till touchdown. But turns out, he's solo, no crew, no passengers, no nothing. He's got the whole galaxy to himself, and not in a good way. At first, Jim tries to enjoy the Avalon's deluxe perks, robot concierges, virtual bars, buffets, gyms, and games. But when you're the only one there, it hits different. He kicks it with Arthur, a slick android bartender who becomes his only friend. Arthur's all smooth paws and old school charm. But he can't cure loneliness. Desperate, Jim tries everything, repairing his pod, hacking into the crew's quarters, even sending a message to Earth, but yo, that reply's gonna take 55 years. Yeah. That's how deep space heartbreak works. As months pass, the isolation messes with Jim's head. He's drifting, spiraling, and nearly ends it all by stepping into an airlock, suitless. But at the last second, he hesitates. That's when he finds Aurora Lane, a sleeping beauty locked in her pod. A journalist, witty, clever, her recorded interviews hit him straight in the feels. Obsession takes root. From stalkin' to sparks, the moral mess of waking Aurora Jim falls hard, like meteor to the moon hard. He dives deep into her writing. Reads every piece she ever penned like it's sacred scripture. He watches all her wits, rewinds the funny bits, and cracks up like he's not alone in space. He chuckles at her dry wit, nods along to her takes on the world, and tears up when she talks about her dreams, her dad, her fears, her hopes. It's not just a crush, it's a full-on emotional spiral. She becomes his anchor, his muse, the reason he wakes up and doesn't just walk out that airlock. Every day he sits by her pod, coffee in hand, pretending they're sharing mornings. The loneliness still eats at him. But now it's wrapped in longing. He's torn, drowning in guilt and hunger for connection, caught between what's right and what his heart's begging for. It ain't love at first sight. It's love forged in desperation and starshine. He battles himself for weeks. Does he wake her or not? He knows the truth. Waking her up would doom her, just like him. But eventually, love and loneliness win. He wakes her and pretends it was an accident. Aurora wakes up confused, terrified. Jim acts like her space tour guide, shows her the ropes. And just like that, two lonely hearts start connecting. The food tastes better, the stars shine brighter. They go on dates, watch movies, shoot hoops, and even spacewalk together. Straight up cosmic romance. Then comes the gut punch. Arthur, bless his robotic heart, spills the truth. Jim didn't just find her. He chose her. Aurora's world crashes. Her dreams of writing the first round-trip colony story? Gone. The man she fell for? A liar. She flips out, storms away, and tells Jim she'll never forgive him. She spirals too, running, crying, swimming to forget, punching Jim, avoiding him. Her heartbreak is a solar flare of rage. She confides in Arthur, wrestles with forgiveness, and tries to figure out if her life on the Avalon still means something. Gus enters, system failure and high-stakes repair time just when everything seems to be spiraling into emotional chaos. And Aurora and Jim are stuck navigating their tense, distant existence. The Avalon delivers another gut-wrenching twist. A second hibernation pod fails, and this time, it's not just some rando. The pod belongs to Gus Mancuso, a senior deck chief and one of the highest-ranking crew members on board. His sudden awakening isn't just a coincidence, it's a symptom of something much bigger going wrong in the ship's core systems. His body is frail from the hibernation glitch, but his experiencer and access levels are game changers. At first, Gus is confused and weak, but he quickly clocks the growing technical issues on the ship. Lights flicker, doors glitch, food dispensers bug out. And the ship's internal diagnostics are showing catastrophic malfunctions. The real bombshell, the reactor system, the heart of the Avalon, is showing signs of massive failure. If it crashes, everyone still in hibernation is toast. This moment ramps up the suspense hard. Gus, Jim, and Aurora now have a limited window to prevent a full-on ship-wide disaster. They split duties, running diagnostics, chasing down faulty circuits, and trying to pinpoint the cause of the failure. This ain't no chill Star Trek voyage anymore, it's pure edge-of-your-seat survival mode. And just as the crew starts putting pieces together, Gus's health crashes. The long-term effects of his glitchy hibernation are irreversible. Before he dies, he hands off his captain-level access to Jim, entrusting him with one final mission: fix the Avalon and save everyone. That act shifts Jim from lonely guy to reluctant hero, and launches us straight into the film's final, heart-pounding act. Gus Mancuso, a crusty deck chief with major access and major health issues, wakes up. Gus quickly spots that something's deeply wrong with the ship. Systems are breaking down all over, and the reactor's on the verge of total meltdown. With Gus's leadership and access, Jim and Aurora scramble to save the Avalon. The reactor core's critical and needs a manual fix. Gus, already weakened, passes away after giving Jim his command badge, a symbolic torch past. Jim suits up and heads outside the ship into the void. The dude straight up holds open a vent to release reactor pressure, while being blasted by radiation and chaos. Aurora, realizing she still loves him, rushes to save him. He's blown into space, loses pressure, and flatlines. But our girl ain't giving up. She grabs a suit, chases him into the stars, drags him back, and slams him into the med pod. The machine works its magic. Jim's back. Stay or sleep, the ultimate Rome cosmic dilemma after the crisis. Jim finds out the med pod could be rigged for one more hibernation. He offers it to Aurora. She can finish her journey, fulfill her dream, and wake up with the rest. But she refuses. She chooses life, a real one, with him. In the silence of space, love shouts louder. They plant a tree in the main concourse, a literal seed of hope rooted in the middle of deep space. Aurora sets up a cozy writing nook nearby, where she journals their experiences, reflects on their past, and documents the transformation of the Avalon with poetic detail. Jim channels his mechanical skills into crafting elaborate miniatures of Earth landmarks and futuristic designs, turning cold corridors into galleries of art and nostalgia. He sets up a garden with flowers and vegetables grown from the hydroponics bay, filling the ship with color, life, and the scent of real soil. He finds a stash of old instruments and teaches himself melodies, filling the once silent halls with soft, haunting tunes. Together, they decorate the ship with lights, memories, laughter, and rituals, anniversary dinners, reading sessions, stargazing nights, and even holiday celebrations. They don't just survive, they thrive. Over the years, they transform the Avalon from a sterile vessel into a living time capsule of their love story and humanity's will to adapt, grow, and find meaning, even when stranded between the stars. It becomes their home, not a prison. Years passed. They grow old together. The once sterile Avalon transforms into a blooming Eden of love and legacy. When the rest of the passengers wake up 88 years later, they discover the ship's atrium turned into a paradise, gardens, trees, life, and a heartfelt message from Aurora, telling the story of two souls who found each other in the loneliest corner of the universe. Wrap up time. Passengers is more than a movie, yo. Passengers ain't just your run-of-the-mill sci-fi flick, nah, this one hits way deeper than spaceships and spacewalks. It's a raw, emotional rollercoaster through heartbreak, loneliness, ethics, and cosmic romance, a soul-stirring, question-raising, boundary-smashing voyage that drags you into the very core of what it means to be human when you're surrounded by cold steel and endless stars. It's about those choices you make when no one's watching, the good, the selfish, the desperate, all wrapped in starlight and silence. This movie doesn't just take you to space. It makes you stare your humanity dead in the eye while floating in zero gravity. Loneliness, morality, forgiveness, fate, all orbiting love at light speed. Would you wake someone up to save your sanity? Could you forgive someone who stole your future? If this breakdown hits hard, or got your thoughts spinning in orbit, help a channel out. Smash that like button like it's your escape pod, hit subscribe and join the Movie Shorts Hub Galaxy. Right arrow, drop your wildest thoughts in the comments. Movie Shorts Hub, where deep cuts, hot takes, and cinematic gold get recapped in style. Until next time, peace, popcorn, and plot twists. Let me